Welcome back, my name is Kaz, and this is Banana Nababa for the Hard Games thread. And this next boss is why I still consider this a hard game, even though I was able to practice up and play through it in 1 week's time. Gigas Slith. Yeah, this boss. This is the hardest boss. He doesn't look like much, he's going kind of slow, he's big. This is the boss that, if you're gonna get stuck on any of them, it's gonna be him. He ambles around, he has different patterns, he's kind of random. He shoots little, he periodically releases force shots in directions. You have to hit him in the head. Because if you don't hit him in the head, hit him in some other part of his body, like that, it will shoot an extra shot at you in the manner of delicious fruit from I Want to Be the Guy. So whereas with every other boss, you can just kind of throw as much as you want his way, and if you miss, or if you hit some other, like, part of the arena, or a little minion, no big deal. With Gigas Slith, you really have to manage your shots. In his second form, he goes ballistic. He summons the Stone Sliths, which periodically release more shots for you to dodge, and Mini Sliths, who just sort of pop up, preventing you from reaching the outer parts of the arena. Really, they're there to allow you to get some pluses. This fight would be completely unmanageable without those, I think. The Giga Slith also goes faster in his second form, making him much, much harder to hit. You can stun the Stone Sliths. While they're glowing red like that, they will not shoot anything, so you can kind of mitigate them. This is the best pattern. That one right there. You can get a lot of hits in on Giga Slith in that one. With this one, he stays rather low and protects himself with his body. I'm not inclined to give him even more shots, so we'll try to avoid hitting him like so, if at all we can. Up to a point, though, it gets very, very difficult to manage all the different shots coming from all the different directions. I guess if you like Toho games, you'll kind of like this. I can't imagine any human liking this, though. This is murder. With managing all the different shots coming from all the different directions, it's having rather a hard time getting just straight up damage in on Giga Slith. Got him getting down, though. Sooner or later, I'll just keep this Stone Sliths. Oh, here it is. The best pattern. Okay. Oh, this is tight. Just need 2 or 3 more hits. Yeah, bosses do not honestly take, 1 hit for each shot that you get in on it. And that was a poor showing. Giga Slith is hard, by the way. He is the hardest boss. Let's try that again. I was a little late on the switch to the spear that time. So one thing that can help you out with the Giga Slith is that as soon as he goes down, you want to toss axes in both directions. Just flutter as many axes as you can to either side. Because most of the time, Giga Slith will poke his head out from one of those places, and your axes will actually land. At least some of them will land, and that gives you extra damage as soon as you can. That's like you hit him before he is anywhere near you, and you get a lot of damage in before he can get through too many of his patterns. That pattern is really deceptive, the big M shape. I think it's actually harder to dodge than it looks like, whereas this one looks like it's really hard to dodge, but it actually gives you a lot of opportunities for damage. I'm playing it really conservatively this time around. Let's see how that did. Not bad. Gotta score a couple early hits. Oh, another little thing about this fight is that, despite Giga Slith's general randomness, the second form will always pop up from the left like that at first. It'll always do that pattern once. So you can at least get hits in there with that little bit of predictability. Really, both axe and spear are your friend in this, and being able to switch between them rapidly and for the purpose that you need is very important. Because there are a lot of Giga Slith patterns that can only be hit by one or the other, really. Or safely, I should say. The spear is good for hitting the stone sliths, the axe is good for hitting the little mini sliths, I guess. I don't know if those are official names or not, I'm making it up. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you take damage, don't freak out, don't try to wiggle out of it or looch around or whatever. I mean, a lot of games will give you some kind of incentive to shake the controller a lot when you take a hit. Sort of like a recovery, air recovery, that kind of thing. But you don't have to do that, and so you have to kind of kill your instinct to do that, if you have it. And I'm making this almost look calm. This is a... oh man. Oh, come on. Come on, one more hit. No! God. Yeah, I left that one in because it was so damn close. One extra hit. One would have been it. That's it. All I needed was one. Okay. I'm mad now, buddy. You and me. I wanted to drive home that this is the hardest boss. Have I said that? Have I mentioned that Giga Slith is very difficult? I got your number now, buddy. Yeah. Oh, excellent. This pattern. You can get a lot of hits in that pattern. Okay, I have him more than half dead already. This is great. Of course, I've taken a couple stupid hits myself, so maybe I shouldn't be celebrating. And besides, this first form is not at all that difficult. Well, it's a surprise. So, because, you know, with every other boss, you could just sort of hit him wherever. With the Giga Slith, he's the first one that actively punishes you for doing that, so kind of breaks the mold a little bit. Now, usually it's hard to hit him with that pattern, but I managed to get a couple hits in, at least. Yeah, that time I just had to take the spanking. There's no way left I could avoid it. Oh. Okay. Yep, always up from the left like that. Always giving you the big old M. I think the stone slits confused me the most when I first got into this. I'm like, oh, extra things to kill, and then they would just never go away, and they would shoot me, and you could hit them anywhere as opposed to hitting them in the slith head. So it was just kind of weird. I think they're a little out of place in this fight. I mean, the mini sliths are adequate, and you do kind of need some kind of little monster to give you pickups. I can't even imagine what this fight would be without that. Cruelty, really. Incidentally, I recommend staying in the central platform. Harry Flower Power has the most ballistic power from here, and it just doesn't serve you at all to go chasing the Slith down a hole somewhere, because he's just going to pop up at random from one of the others. And in all likelihood, he's going to, you know, be right next to you and get hits in on you from an angle where you can't get hits in on him either. So, in that sense, the mini Sliths are not at all a threat. They're not going to produce any additional harm to your body. Little muffiny square body. Yeah, pluses. I wonder what Harry is. I mean, clearly he belongs in a Fire Emblem game, but I can't think of any Fire Emblem character who wields just the spear and the axe. I kind of wonder about that. Come on, give me a pattern where I can hit you. Oh, there it is. And another Slith to finish him off. Have your heart now, boy. What you got? Throw a few celebratory axes. Alright, well that's Giga Slith. Thanks for watching.